Okay. Your channel. Let's just real quick. Oh. How do I print screen, bro? Whatever. Okay. We'll just go back. It's fine. Forget it. Although I do need to, where's YouTube Studio? Content live. Okay, that should be fine. We'll turn that on performance mode. And I guess I'll share this really quick in the Discord. I can't imagine this is going to be like something a lot of people are going to want to watch, but I don't care. It'll be alright. I can pull this up so I can watch chat. Okay, so pens. I haven't used this stuff in so long. What am I using? Probably that. I don't know which of these are going to be dead. We'll just have to see, I guess, because I haven't used them in so long. God, I have so much. I got a lot of pens. I need an eraser. Where's my eraser at, though? That's gonna be something I'm gonna want. Got a whiteout pen. Mr. Eraser, where are you at? I kind of need you. Do I have an eraser in here? I'm kind of glad that I drew this in regular lead instead of blue lead, so you guys can actually see what I'm doing. Where did this come from? Brush pen? Okay. Where's my eraser? I got some ink. Guys, I got a lot of art stuff. The Nezuma lore is expanding. What is that? That's a Gundam marker. Whatever. We'll go with this, I guess. Okay, what's up, Jotomo? What's up, Ray? Okay, so I was on my old YouTube channel. I had an art channel. It's like 10 years old at this point. It wasn't a very popular channel. Didn't get a lot of subs. But I enjoyed it, and I started working on a comic that I put on hold because I didn't think my art was great. And it's still not great, but I realized that it's like 9 years old. The comic's like 9 years old at this point. So if I'm gonna like work on it or draw it or do anything with it, I should probably do it before it hits 10 years old. So I had started redrawing it, I guess like a year and a half ago. Gosh, the resolution's awful. Um, and I never got around to inking it. So I had, oh god, I have a few pages. Jeez, bro. I have a few pages that I can do here and sort of work on. That's not too bad. Resolution still sucks, but this webcam's like 10 years old too. So, whatever. All right, I fixed the camera. More or less. Which one of these is, that's 0.5. I can't even tell. Oh, that's 02. Do I have an 08 somewhere? What is this? That's 01. I guess we're gonna do the panels with 05 if this isn't dead. Hold on. Yeah, that thing's almost dead. Okay, let's try this other 05. These pens are old. Welcome to 2013. Yeah, man. Okay, this one's good. All right, we're set. Yeah, bro, I was deep into it. I even have I've got a G pen here. So this is probably like one of the more common nib tips for like shonen manga. Really hard to use. It the tip flexes, so you can get like line variation. But I don't want to. I haven't used this in a long time, so I'm not even going to mess with that today. So for the line variation, we're going to use a calligraphy pen. It's not quite a brush pen, but you can get like some line variation with this. So yeah, that's what we're going to do. Where's the 05 that I just had? Okay, it's this one. All right, so first, which we may have to change up some of this stuff because there's a couple issues perspective-wise on these panels. Which I'm seeing now, but it's whatever. I'm not going to be critical. It's not like I've touched this in like quite a while anyway, but you know, I'm not a professional artist, so you know, I don't know. And I don't actively, ooh, yeah, okay, this pen doesn't feel that great. Did I pick the wrong one? It's not like, you know, I'm actively drawing a lot anyway. It is something that I would like to get back to, but, you know, maybe if I go to YouTube full-time, you know, in the near next year, I don't know, whenever X explodes, if that happens, if I get big enough, then I can draw more. I don't know. I feel like this pen's better. Yeah, so we're just gonna... Now, one of the issues that I have is I have really shaky hands. So, like, my lines never look great, especially rounded lines. I wouldn't say that I'm particularly amazing at getting really clean lines, which there's like pro artists that have pretty shaky lines. Like the guy who does Attack on Titan, I would say his line work is like not amazing. Oh, that's kind of a crappy bubble. That's whatever. I'll fix it in Clip Studio. Curious about the art channel? I'll cover it eventually. I'll expand the lore. There's a delay on like what I'm seeing, what you guys are seeing, and like what I'm actively doing. I'm watching the stream while I'm doing this, so I don't. If I go out of frame at all, I'll fix it. I don't even know what the stream delay is. What am I working on? I'm working on a comic that I started drawing like 10 years ago that I never finished. And I had started redrawing it. And now I'm inking it because I realized that the project rather, is like 9 years old. So I used to spend a lot of time drawing. I was really bad when I started. Definitely not a pro, but I was way worse. way worse. This lore grows. It does. It does. How's it going, Galactic? What's up, Cayman? So back, I guess about 9 years ago, there was a big, like, manga comic drawing boom on YouTube, and I was like in it hardcore. It was there was I don't know. I think Shonen Jump had done like an international contest. It was like one of the first international like manga drawing contests, and so everybody was like, "This is riding off the coattails of Bakuman," and so like the interest is already there, and like people that were into art and stuff were like, "Oh man, I could submit something to Shonen Jump," and my art was terrible during that time period, but it got me starting to draw, and then I just kept doing it. And the community was like pretty niche, but I met a lot of friends around that time. Some of them I still talk to actually, and yeah, man, we used to draw a lot. Yes, I did know there was banned Pokemon episodes. What's this manga about? So, basic synopsis is this concept was supposed to be like a combination of everything I loved as a kid. So like this sort of like product placement series like Beyblade and Pokemon and Digimon, Monster Rancher, Yu-Gi-Oh, all that stuff. Like this was like a combination of sort of like the feeling of that. So similar concept, but it was supposed to like invoke nostalgia of like being a kid during that sort of time period, I guess. So the idea is that these kids, the premise is the kids that made so they play a game. They play a game in the manga, and the game was created by kids who like didn't have a lot of money. So they decided to come up with their own idea, and it's sort of like a mix of a card game and like Dungeons and Dragons, I guess. So the characters, the way they play the game is they design their own character, like their own avatar, right? And they basically create a trading card. So they do the art for it. They draw it out and they do the art for it, and then they've got this little card or whatever. And then they've got stats, like 5 different stats, and they roll dice to get each stat. And those stats are like attack, defense, whatever. So they've got a bunch of stats, and then in the manga, there's like a website where they can go and download files for essentially trading cards that they can use during the game. So the game is played with dice and trading cards, and it's sort of like a tabletop thing. And then the sort of gimmick is that all of the battles happen in their imagination. So whatever avatar they draw is what they embody during the battles. And so you can have these big epic battles, but they're just essentially playing like a tabletop game. And that was the concept. So completely free to play for the characters, and they get to use their creativity to design. There's no limit on what they can design. So the power of the character is dictated by their dice rolls, sort of like creating a character in D&D. And this guy, Sato, he's like really into it, but he's a terrible artist. So his character looks like garbage. He's like terrible. It looks like a 5-year-old drew it, right? So his art's really bad. And he gets made fun of during the first battle, and it like spurs him to get better at art, and he really practices and like redesigns characters and stuff. And the stipulation is anytime you lose, you have to destroy the card and you have to start over. You can't use the same character. So every time you lose, it gets trashed. So the like dang it, there's a stupid ad playing. I'm getting an ad on my own video. So every time they lose, they have to tear up their card and they have to design a new one. So the characters who have a lot of wins, you know they're really good, because if they lost, they'd have to tear it. So if you have like 20 wins, you're just good. You know what I mean? So that's the concept. And so he's like moving to this new city. He doesn't have any friends, and he's gonna meet this guy named Kenji, and Kenji is gonna teach him about this game. And yeah, and then there's like a big twist like halfway through, plot wise, and that's where I would like to get to. I don't even know what pen I want to use for this background. Actually, I'm gonna do that background last. So we'll just do the characters for now. So I'm just using a calligraphy pen, the Tombow calligraphy pen. I don't even know where I got this. Art ain't bad. Well, it's hold on. Actually, I think I have pages here from the old one. Hold on. I've got a lot of pages here. This is just like convenient that these were just like stashed right here. I didn't pull these out for this, but let's see if I can. Okay, sort of. My art was super inconsistent. So hold on. Oh, that's a different series I was working on. So my art's gone through like a few different styles. This is a different comic, but I'm just throwing it up there while I look for some of these other pages. Oh man. Oh man. It's crazy. How is this like 9 years old? Time is a weird thing, man. Okay. So this is from a different comic, but so this one's from the first time that I drew Imagination Wars, and this character down here is Kenji, and he's sort of explaining the rules. So they create a character, they design it, they have this card, and they roll dice for these different stats, and that's the explanation that's happening right there. There's an action page or whatever. So hold on. So this art's bad, but here's a prime example. Like, he's just really bad at drawing. Like, he's just not good. And his hold on, I have another page where like he's like, why does my character look so bad? Kenji's like, oh, you know, your character's only gonna look as good as you draw it, so, you know, get good, basically. Geez, I drew a lot of pages. Holy freaking crap. I had one panel I really liked. Here's another one. This is also explaining sort of the rules. That's a panel I never inked. Bad panel. Oh, here's one from the other comic that I never finished. This one looks all right, I would say. There's so many. Jeez, man. Yeah, but like the art was just like really inconsistent because I was still learning a lot of things, and like how I was drawing like wasn't consistent either. And so like the early pages to the later pages, like there was like progression from page 1 to like page 30 or something. Okay, alright, so here's the page I was talking about. Hey, Scarf, what's up? Scarf is one of the people that is from, like, back in the day. So, like I was saying, like, they design their character or whatever, and they have this little card, and then when they play the game, the battles sort of happen in their imagination. So, like, the first battle, he just looks really garbage. This is intentionally drawn poorly. And, you know, he's like, why don't I look good? This isn't how I imagine myself. And Kenji's just like, you know, your art, or your character's only going to look as good as you draw it. Did you get the idea for the card game from somewhere else, or did you invent it? I invented it. That's why I want to draw it. I personally think the concept's like really cool. It's probably the best concept I've come up with. I feel like my lens might be a little bit. Hold on. Hold on. Is it dusty? Okay. I don't know if that fixed it or not. We'll see. We'll see. Okay, so we're going to use this calligraphy pen, and we're just going to ink this. I always have cool ideas in my head, but I can't draw well. I couldn't draw well either. I mean, I was really bad at it. I just practiced a lot. I bet you could still enter into this contest. I don't think it's a thing anymore. All right, let me readjust that. So calligraphy pen, if you don't want to use like dip pens, but you still want like line variation, these are kind of like soft tips, so they flex, and you can get some like similar sort of line variation. Man, I haven't done this in so long. Next shonen manga. No, I just want to finish it for myself. Like, I don't have any like misguided ideas of like this becoming popular or anything, but just for like my own sake, I want to finish it because I think the story, because I've had the story planned for almost a decade now. I know exactly where it goes and where it ends, and I think it evolves in a way that's really interesting. So I don't know. We'll see what happens. I will say drawing is like it's a very therapeutic hobby. I watch Bob Ross. I consumed so much information during like sort of the height of when I was doing this. Like I used to like I'd go to work and I'd come home and I would just draw for like 6 hours. So at a point I was doing like a chapter a month. I don't know why. I'm just stubborn, I guess. And it was uploaded to a website called, I think it was mangamagazine.net or .org or something. The site doesn't exist anymore. It shut down a couple months in. Unfortunately, it was a cool site. And the series at one point was doing pretty well on there. I've got a screenshot somewhere of like sort of like when it got featured on like the front page of the site or something. That's why I draw. I remember in high school I drew some anime stuff. My teacher failed me for the project because she said anime wasn't art. I mean, it definitely is. Definitely is in Japan. Like you can't read like 20th Century Boys or Solanin or The Flowers of Evil and like not say that it's art. It 100% is. It's like very definitely. It's definitely art. really don't want to do these backgrounds. So much line work. Especially, these are all straight lines, you know. I'm definitely gonna erase that light up top though. That's like really throwing the perspective off. I mean, this panel is still off perspective wise, but I'm just whatever. I'm not gonna stress over it. 20th Century Boys is so good. I love 20th Century Boys. It's a great series. I can't wait for... Wait, doesn't Pluto come out on Netflix soon? I think that's this month, right? Like, soon. I'm pretty sure. The lines on his hair don't really matter all that much because his hair is black, but, you know, whatever. I don't shade my drawings because I end up ruining it so bad I just leave it. I feel that. So another series I was working on before I started this one, and that one was pretty cool too. I still have pages from that one as well. It's called Black Hole. I never posted the pages for that one, but I would like to get to that one too. The problem is I come up with ideas way faster than it's feasible to draw them. You ever mess with screen tones? Yes, I have a whole box of screen tones in my closet. I think some of these pages have screen tones on them actually. Actually, funny enough, all of my thumbnails I use Clip Studio to do the thumbnails for. I have one where he goes into his apartment that has like pretty heavy screen tones. Oh, this one's got some. So like on the windows in the house here and the trees. And then this whole cloud thing's a screen tone, which is like, it's lazy, but I don't know. What page are you drawing? This is a complete start over scarf. This is page 1. I never inked it. Where's my pencil at? The name of this series? Imagination Wars. Just bring that over a little bit. I have really sloppy pencil work. It's because I'm not good. Watching you drawing makes me want to do some traditional art. I've been drawing digital only for so long. I actually don't like doing digital. Mostly just because like the sort of like the therapeutic value of like just drawing away from a screen I really enjoy. Like I'll just turn on music and just draw. Digital is convenient. I will say that digital is like very convenient. Now, this whole hand thing down here is like a big mess. I can't even tell what the proper line there is supposed to be. Make a Storm Capricorn card. Yeah, analog screen tones are fun. I like them. They're cool. Like dip pens are fun too. If you can get like a good effect with them, or good lines with them rather. What am I saying? They're not easy to use. That arm looks funky. Why is it so short? What am I doing? Focus music, yeah. Hairstyles for the character doesn't really matter that much. Why do you say that? I think that looks okay. I'm so sloppy. There's so much like extra lines on this page. Like I said, I haven't looked at this in like a year. I'm gonna like get in and ink the wrong line and just like jack it up. It's whatever. I'm not a pro. Stop being so critical. Or you'll never finish. That's what I always say. That's why I stopped drawing the series to begin with, is because I was like, my art's not good enough. And then now it's been 9 years. I haven't been drawing consistently, so it's like either I never finish it or I just draw it. And I say screw it. If it doesn't look great, it doesn't look great. You've got one tall guy and one small kid that you're drawing. So this is one panel from one perspective, and this is a panel from another perspective. This panel's a little bit more deformed facial expression wise, and this one is not. It's intentional. It's like a chibi character, you know? I am making a couple pretty grave mistakes, probably by using this pen. You never really want like the line thickness of your characters to exceed the thickness of the panels, but it's whatever. I did do streams on my old channel, yeah. It was mostly just an art channel. I mean, it was sort of like a hobby channel in general, but I never cared about the views or growing or any of that. I just made videos and uploaded them and would talk about stuff. I think the channel's got like under 400 subs, and it's like 10 years old. Just actually, it's fine to be black. Just do it like that. Leave a little bit of white around that other strap though, so it looks like a separate piece. had a Nerf gun channel in middle school, and I shut it down and deleted it so I didn't have to look back on the pure cringe. I have an even older channel than the art channel, which was my first YouTube channel back in like 2008, 2009. I've had a few YouTube channels actually. This is the first one that I really put effort into growing and building. I'm scared to ink this part right here because I don't even really know what's going on or what lines I should ink, so I'm saving that to last. Accidentally found that old channel. Hey, if you know, you know. Don't share it. It's a secret. Eventually, I want to make a video about sort of that whole art portion of my life. So I don't want to spoil it all. Yeah, whatever. That arm's just gonna look funky, bro. Cayman, you don't have to repeat yourself, bro. If you write something I don't respond to, it's not that I'm ignoring you, it's just I don't know what to say to it. Well, that was too thick of a line. That's fine. I gotta bring this in though. Bring back the old days. Think about trying speed paints again. Well, I mean, I doubt I'll be like... I mean, I'll do art streams on here probably every once in a while, but it's definitely not going to take priority over like the regular content on this channel. I may update periodically. What I'll probably do is like stream when I'm drawing, and then when I finish the project, then I'll make one long video about like the whole thing. So the beginning of it, sort of that whole period of my life, the concept, redrawing it, and then to printing it. Missed my 5 to 7 year old channel that was accidentally deleted. Yeah, I don't. That's why I don't delete anything. Have a Beyblade channel from 2011-ish that's so bad. Could do a whole sub-milestone thing for talking about older channels and stuff. Hey, I have a Patreon. I'm just saying. I started inking this hand and then I like didn't finish it. Ooh, I messed up that finger. It's fine. It's okay. Really cool you've been working on this for so many years, just chipping away. Well, sort of. I worked on it for a long time, took a break, started redrawing it, and then I haven't touched it for a year and a half. So Liam Claw gets here the 25th. Mine should be here in the next couple days. It might be here tomorrow, actually. I'm not sure. I am looking forward to doing a video on that. That's for sure. I think shoes are one of the most annoying things to draw. Probably because I just never practiced it. Saruga, yeah, it's dope, bro. That free shipping, though. Okay with the protagonist having primary colors, but when they flat out do it every gen. I feel like most of the colors on X is like not primary though. Like they all are like off color. Like Bird's kind of more like his color scheme is more maroon than anything. And then Cross is like definitely more pastel blue. Why am I inking his face with this? Dang it. No, it's got to be uniform. Alright, do I have a 0.1 somewhere or something? 0.2, 0.3 with the brush pen. There's a 0.1. Alright, I got a hardcore. Focus on these eyeballs. I think the left eye might be a little shorter than the right one, but you know, I haven't done this in a while, so. Bum, bum. Okay, where's 0.3? I need to adjust this eyelid. I guess that's fine. Every time I get the sudden late night urge to draw, I only end up drawing a character's face and shoulders. Everything else is way too hard for me. I pretty much, like, I don't know. I'll force myself to draw a page, because if I start drawing a page, I'll feel obligated to finish it. Rather than just drawing one illustration, like, I'll panel out a whole page, and then I'll feel obligated to do the entire thing. Like, because I can't just draw one panel. I feel that about hands. Hands are hard. I feel like feet are really hard. Hands aren't... Like, I feel like I'm alright at hands. His eyes, I mean, his eyes, fine, I guess. I think it's just the lower, this eyelid right here should be a little bit lower. But because the perspective isn't quite centered, I think it'll be fine. Yeah, I think it's all right. Man, it's kind of annoying. Now all I got's the hard crap. Well, I got this bottom one. I can do the bottom one. One time I drew half a chapter and then almost deleted it the next day. Bird and X, I think those two are going to battle each other, of course. Of course. But yeah, calligraphy pens are like the best if you want like line thickness variation, but you don't want to use a dip pen. Dip pens seem so hard to master. They're not easy. The biggest issue that I have is ink spilling. Just like it just sits in the pen, and so if it catches and then just psh, ink everywhere, you're so screwed. All right, I guess it's time for the ruler. Let's see, where's the 0.1 that I was using? 0.3, there we go. King's probably my favorite design character so far in X. Ooh, that pen is like not... Oh, this pen's dead, bro. That's not good. Okay, throw that pen away. You're leaving gross marks on my page, pen. Alright, I guess that one's gonna be pretty solid. I was trying to give like a sort of broken line effect, but the pen was like not having it. I mean, I can take white out to it, so it's fine, but it's the only thing about doing like stuff traditionally is like fixing problems are a lot more complicated. I mean, I will inevitably end up scanning it in, and like any screen tone would probably be digital. I doubt I'll do traditional screen tone. And I can fix any squigglies just with like a white pen, which I've got next to me. These pens are so old at this point. Art supplies are not cheap, by the way. I don't know if you guys knew that, but they're kind of expensive. Very plastic gen design? Yeah, 100%. Erasing is always the most terrifying thing, because you're just like, what's going to be messed up? Actually, let's just erase the rest of this while we're here. Go back later and like with a pen and actually add some of the missing detail and shading and stuff, but come on, whiteout pen. White pens are like the most untrustworthy thing ever. How many pages do I have sketched out? I'm not sure, actually. I just opened my sketchbook and just pulled out the first page. White pens can give you some cool effects, though. Like, I wanted these lines to be, like, super thin, and so, like, this white pen I can just go through and, like, anything I think is too thick, I can just thin out. Same with the character as well. Anything that's like sloppy, I can just go behind and clean up little ends and stuff. I don't know. Characters think it looks kind of gruesome when you erase, but I think that's kind of funny. What? Separate desk for drawing and story writing? That makes sense. It's hard to unplug. Honestly, it really is. I could try to take a pen to that bottom like eyelid on that left side, but I don't think I'm going to. I am gonna thicken this left eyebrow though. Okay. I need a pen that's like not dead. Alright. Thicker than I probably would have wanted, but it's fine, bro. It's fine. Manga artists have it easy. They got like assistants that will like draw the backgrounds for them. And I'm not like a master on perspective either, so my stuff's gonna look wonky. But that's okay. At least I'm doing it. Finally. Pen must be 9 years old. A lot of these are. I mean, I've bought like additional sets over time, but some of these are definitely old. There's Max. Oh yeah, Max? Tell him. Tell him, Max. Tell him. Yeah, pretty much, Max. Pretty much, buddy. Mm-hmm. Yeah, bro. Am I still in frame? Have you looked much into Manga Plus creators at Shonen Jump's webcomic platform that anybody can post on? It's mainly manga focused. I haven't looked into like any manga hosting, comic hosting, anything in years. I'm mostly just focused on the channel, and this will just be a side project that I work on, hopefully somewhat regularly. I may not stream every time I do this, but I thought it would be kind of interesting. I have no perspective lines on this page, so I'm just kind of eyeballing it and hoping for the best. What, Max? Ooh, that one's not straight. Dang. Oh well. That line right there is like too far that way. I can fix it later. Should have joined your channel a while back when I was younger, but I wasn't into streaming back then. My channel's only a year old. Max says, draw me. What's up, buddy? What's up, sweet boy? How you doing, man? Why don't you take a nap? Go play on your cat tower. Okay, so these lines need to line up with this, or that's going to be off, right? Buddy. Buddy, come on now. Okay, Max. Okay, buddy. Okie dokie. That's... I promise I'm not doing anything that's like you're gonna miss out on, bro, unless you want to like grab a pen and start drawing. Which you don't have thumbs, so I'm not sure how you would do that, but it wouldn't surprise me. Good that you're finishing your project. Well, I'm at least starting. I'm starting it. Picking it back up anyway. But I mean, I'm super busy. I'm gonna work a lot. Work a lot. And do a lot of Beyblade content, so. But if I'm just like streaming, and I got extra time, like it's fine. Okay, Max, you gotta get down, buddy. Oh. Wish my cat was talkative. Yeah, I mean, it's like it's good. I love that he's talkative. It's not the most fun at like 3 o'clock in the morning, but you know, what are you gonna do? Oh, okay. How is Max gonna draw without any thumbs? I don't know. He'd have to use both paws or something. It's okay to draw through his hair. He's got black hair anyway. I'm so scared I'm gonna get halfway through a line and the pen's just gonna dry. How much time do you think it's gonna take? A long time. How long have I been streaming? Does it show like a time? Ooh, bad line. Bad line. Oh, I've got... Okay. What did I do here? What is going on with this? I'm not really sure how I intended for this, I guess that has a frame on it. 65 minutes? Okay. So... The first chapter, the original first chapter was like, I don't know, 30 or 40 pages. And that's, so if it's gonna take me more than an hour to ink one page, that doesn't include drawing it, scanning it, editing it, cleaning it up, doing the text. That's just for one page. So times 40, and I would say it's probably 12 to 15 chapters at least. That's if I really wanted to streamline it and like get it done. I could cut it down to like 12, 15 chapters. Bird has red hair, but he has like a brownish red. It's just only red. Yeah, it's like maroon. Dark Dragoon stickers are done? Nice, nice. Let's go. I'm interested to see how those turn out. How thick was that? I think I should make this thicker. I mean, this will get cut off probably, though. Like, for bleed, this whole chunk probably right here will get cut off. Maybe further, actually. Might be closer to that. Depends. Depends on the format. I don't want to do this top panel, man. Actually gonna study backgrounds. It's one of my weaknesses. Yeah. Fantasy backgrounds you can kind of get away with more because, like, if it's organic, like, as long as it, like with organic, like plants and stuff, it's just like way more forgiving than buildings and classrooms and stuff like that. Wait, it wasn't, that's a 1. This is so chill that I keep dozing off. Yeah, I got some sleepy time. I'm vibing. I'm gonna thin this line up with this white pen because it's too thick. Actually, so is this line. White pens, man. There's not a single good white pen. They all suck. I keep flicking my finger like it's a pencil. I'm gonna end up smudging something bad. It's not gonna be a good time. Where do I buy the Beyblade X manga at? So it's not in English. You can buy oh, there you go. I think Joe Tomo answered there. If you want the volume that just came out, yeah, you can get it. Man, you can get it all over the place. You can get Amazon. Buy. If you want to buy it as it comes out, you can buy Koro Koro digitally off Amazon. That's what I've been doing. Well, I haven't been buying it off Amazon, but I've been buying it digitally. Okay, I don't want to do this building, guys. Somebody come draw this building for me so I don't have to do it. What? I don't want to do it. Let's just draw the trees first. How about that? Trees are like, you know, they're like squigglies. And they're like way more forgiving. Because you can just like make squiggles and it just kind of works, you know? Same with bushes. As long as you like, plants grow up, so as long as you like sort of like make sure they're going upwards, you're usually pretty good. Only good white pen is an eraser. Get Max to do it. Max, you want to ink this panel? No. Okay. Yeah, he just gave me a dirty look. Like, how dare you ask me that, human? Play my cat video. I call them cat cartoons. When Max gets a little too vocal, I'll just put on bird bath videos on YouTube, and he will just sit there and watch it for like hours. I don't know what is going on right. Oh, that's a gate. Where did you learn to draw? Practice. I don't know that I can attribute it to one thing. I just practiced a lot, drew a lot. Do your pets ever give you the side eye? Oh, definitely. Definitely. Okay, I got a gate here. Should I use a ruler for this? Maybe. Am I going to? No. I will have to pull out the ruler, but it's whatever. I don't think I'm gonna use a ruler for the brick wall here either, since it's like, it doesn't really have to be straight, since bricks are like, sort of like not uniform. This is like, this. Oh, my neck! Cool to see an anime of you and Zanki both called Nezuma, called the Zanki and Nezuma show. Yeah, I mean, we do the Zankcast. That's like kind of close. I don't know what I was thinking with this wall. So I'm gonna just throw a smaller brick in there, even though it doesn't really make sense right there. It's either I do that or it just all the bricks look uniform, which I don't want. We'll do a long one there and a short one here. That's fine. We'll do another short one here. Long one here. Panel's so detailed. Yeah, when I'm done with this page, I'll like bring the camera down because so you guys can like kind of see it better. I know the quality on this webcam is like not amazing. Okay. Actually, we'll just freehand this. It's fine. I think anybody that draws is just hypercritical. Just complete it, then move on to another manga project. Yeah. I just want to get this one done. Just for my own sake, just to like complete it. This will probably all get screen toned over anyway, but you know. Such a raw expression of yourself that it's hard not to be critical. I just have a very like visual imagination, so like when things are not coming out the way I envision them, it's like very hard for me to be satisfied with it. Caught your live this time. Keep doing great, man. Hey, thank you, bro. I appreciate it. Hope you're doing all right. There's a lot of messy lines happening at the entrance at this thing, and I don't even know what's going on there. Look at that, not using a ruler. Haha, it's fine. Recently got into your channel, had the Beyblade itch, and I subscribed. Love the videos. Hey, thank you for subscribing. Hope you're enjoying. Beyblade's a super fun hobby to get back into, especially now with X. A lot of cool stuff happening. X is great so far. Really should be using a ruler. Oh, what did I do? Just ignore it. I don't know what I just did right there. That's fine. I'll fix it when I scan it in. So what happens when you get lazy and you don't use the ruler? Episode 3 of X, there's a scene where Multi's setting up her phone and recording comment. X gets in the way and she pushes his face away. I've seen all of X so far. Remember the TikTok lives? Yeah, that was man, that was over a year ago now. So I was doing that. Now I pretty much just do YouTube. But to be fair, like Baytalk kind of died not that long after. I feel like everybody migrated off or quit. I should be using a thinner pen. What is this, 0.3? Yeah, let me switch. Background should be smaller than the foreground. There's your art lesson for today. My door is going to be crooked. I could probably fix it. I'll just add some shading stuff, you know? And then I can cheese it. I really try not to do like crazy background panels because it just takes so much time. It's just like it's just such a major time sink. Let's just add some lines going this way. We'll just add a couple going this way. this way. Black fixes everything, because you can just shade it out and you can sort of fix things that way. Not really intentional, but what else are you gonna do? Artistry part of what you do for work? No, it's just a hobby. I have a lot of hobbies. Might have to bust out the shoebox of sketchbooks. Do it. Most critical person is yourself when it comes to art, definitely. What's this project about? So, I explained it earlier. It's a comic that I started drawing like 9 years ago that I never finished. And it's about a group of kids that play a game. And the game is sort of a mix of like card game / tabletop game. So, the idea is that the characters in the comic draw their own character. Actually, hold on. I've got a picture. I've got my old pages here from when I was drawing this like years ago. I'm completely redrawing everything because my art's different. But so the idea is that they create a character, they design their own character, and then they roll dice to get stats for that character, sort of like Dungeons and Dragons, and then they have cards that go along with it, and they basically play sort of like a mix of D&D and like trading card game. And anytime they lose, they have to tear their card, they have to destroy their character, and they have to start over. And so this kid is moving to this new town. He meets this kid that plays this game, and he invites him to play it. So he goes home and designs a character. The only thing is, though, that he's really bad at drawing. So his character looks like garbage. And so all of the games, like, the battles happen in their imagination. So it's like sort of fantasy element. So they embody the character they design. And so he's like, this is the first battle. He's like, why does my character look so bad? This isn't how I imagined it. And he's like, well, you know, your character's only going to look as good as you can draw it. And so that's sort of the premise of the game. And then the story sort of evolves from there. Did it have a name? Yeah, Imagination Wars. Fitting title, right? Imagination Wars. That was that's my thing. Funny enough, this series was a side project. I was originally drawing a series called Black Hole, and I was like, my art sucks. I'm going to take a break from Black Hole, and I'm going to draw something else and not be so critical. And just, you know, work on my art while I draw that series. And then Imagination Wars became like this series that I really loved. And I was like, my art sucks. I need to take a break from this to get better at art. So I just ended up doing the same thing. Ooh, no, that line's way too thick. No! That's fine. I can fix it when I edit. I'll scan it in, and I'll delete that, and I'll have to redraw it digitally. Dang it. That line's like way too far over. It's so annoying. Dang it. This is just sketchbook paper too. I have like actual manga, like manuscript paper. I don't know why I didn't draw it on that. It's like thicker, smoother as well. This is just like sketchbook paper, which is fine. I mean, you can draw on whatever, but story seems fun. Yeah, I really liked it. It has a major twist plot-wise about halfway through that I never got to. Once you draw a series for a long period of time, you become oddly sentimental about the characters. It's a weird thing. Like, Kenji, the guy who ends up being this character's friends or whatever, is like one of my favorite characters that I've created. I'm like very sentimental about him. I want him to complete his story. Oh wow, that is way off. What did I just do? What did I just do? No. I was not paying attention and I just drew this side way lower than this side. Crap. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. We're just gonna even it out. Just add an extra line. And we'll have to rethink the windows. That's bizarre. Okay. We'll just add these lines to this side as well. Except it's not over, it's under. Gosh dang it. It's okay. You know what I can do? I can just black it out. No, that'd be... That's weird. I don't know what I did. I don't know what I did. It's fine. I can fix it digitally. One and only series I started with a buddy was about this kid whose town gets destroyed by a tornado, and like the tornadoes actually have people in them creating natural disasters. That sounds interesting. See, it came in. So he goes on this vengeful mission to rid the world of storms and natural disasters. That sounds oddly interesting. Not human, cross, not devil. As the title suggests, the main character slowly becomes a mixture of two beings that can control cells. Kind of mid. I've come up with a lot of stories over the years. I have like a little like mini sketchbook of just story ideas. But it just takes so long to draw a comic, especially that's like plot heavy to completion, because it takes so much longer to convey the same amount of story in a comic than it does in like a novel or something, because there's way less text on a comic page. You've got sort of like the visual control. So like over a novel, you get to directly control how people perceive it. Over a novel, people sort of like create the characters on their own in their head or whatever. And that part's really cool. It's more like directing a movie in that sense. But yeah, it just takes a really long time. Well, I'm certainly not going to be a manga artist assistant, that's for sure. My backgrounds are dog water. Not even measuring these windows, I'm just like hoping the lines are like somewhat close. Move it up a little, I guess. Backgrounds are probably the scariest thing to erase, because like stuff can just look wildly off. Like these windows are way higher than these windows now. That's what I'm talking about. It's fine. We'll just Add these little things to the bottoms. For what reason? I don't know. But they're there. Holy, oh. 20 ongoing series in my head that I expand while showering or sleeping, but I'm never able to actually write or draw these series. Classic bottle manga. You can be the assistant that does blacks and speech bubbles. Yeah, except I can't draw speech bubbles very well either. Shaky hands. But if you're genuinely thinking about releasing this, making it a series, I suggest you making some sort of light novel. No, I'm gonna draw it. I spent too many years like trying to get good at drawing. While I don't think I'm a great artist, like I've invested too much time into getting mediocre at it that I'm gonna finish it the way I intended to finish it, even if it doesn't look amazing. Again, this is a project that I'm doing for myself at this point, just to say I did it. Like I'll just like put it up online or whatever when it's done. I'll probably print it, probably like self-publish it, just to put it on my bookshelf and I could just be like, look, I made a book. I did a thing. That could have turned out worse. That could have turned out worse. I don't hate that. So we got to do some blacks still though, and some detail. Get rid of all the pencil. It's been quite motivating. Actually turned it into actual card game or have the template online. I have thought about doing that too. Especially back when I was drawing it, I was like, yeah, this is... Because I had completely thought out all the rules and everything, so functionally it could work as a game. So I was like, I can, put this up online and people can actually play it. One day I'll do that. But the video, once I finish this, I'm gonna make a very long, probably like a feature length video. Probably be like an hour, 2 hours, talking about my entire, because I have basically, I don't know, like years worth of footage of me going through the process of learning how to draw, starting series, ending series. Like there's a lot to talk about. Let's I can erase that. I don't think this part's necessary. Physical cards would be a fun Patreon reward. Yeah, that would be cool. Good brush in Ibis Paint. What is Ibis Paint? Chakra Power of God is self-published manga on Amazon. That's dope. Yazuma the movie. Yeah. Is there still ink in this pen? Do I have another brush pen? Oh no, that's dead. That's dead. I'm pretty sure I bought another brush pen like last year. I don't know what happened to it. What is this? I think this is another calligraphy pen. That's dead too. What about this one? This is a brush pen, right? Oh, there we go. Hey, we got some blacks. Paint software. I haven't used that one. All right, now we get to do the blacks, which blacks are like one of my favorite things because it's like it doesn't really require much, but it really makes things pop a lot more. And it's like as long as you can color in the lines, you're pretty much good. I can't always color in the lines, but it's part of the process that I enjoy. It's like once you start adding like the black and screen tones and stuff, it like starts to really come together. Use the Maru? For what? I already inked everything. I have G pens now. I mean, well, I've had G pens for like years, but I bought some different ones. I was using Zebra. I think these are Tachikawa or something. I don't know. But I haven't used them in so long, I did not want to bleed ink all over this page. Into realistic drawing, I'm not. I'm not talented enough for that. What I've been waiting for, filling in the blacks. Yeah. Got my popcorn ready. Probably, I might do his pants black too, actually. I should have done his hair like half black, half red or something. That would have been cool. I think I read somewhere that the guy who did Dragon Ball created like Super Saiyans having white hair so he didn't have to color in the black. Kira Toriyama. His pants are black, then what would the shading be? I don't know, he'd just be wearing black jeans. I could shade his, oh, you mean this down here? That would just end up black. The whole thing would end up black. I mean, I'd leave like some white around some of the creases and stuff. Or take a white pen to that, but yeah. Maru, the tiny one? Yeah, it is. What's his name? Naoki Urasawa uses, I think, mostly the Maru nib. Pants are black. Okay, let's do this one. Looks real nice all filled in. It really like makes things pop. If you left everything white, the image would end up looking pretty flat. Screen tones are probably the hardest thing to use effectively. Some of the stuff that I did early on, I use them just to use them, and it can make things... screen tone can make things look really good, but if you don't know how to use them, it can also make your stuff look really amateur. Like if you're not using them for shading and you're just using them to fill empty gaps, unless it's intentional, like for effect. Screen tone might look nice on the pants. Yeah, like screen tone for like clothing and stuff, shading, things can look really nice. It's just like, just not super easy to use. It's like screen toning in and of itself is like an art, for sure. I could make his hoodie black. really good imagination for what the lighting will be. Yeah, I mean some of like the stuff I've done has like the screen tone has turned really well. Most mangakas use sticker-like patterns for a lot of the shading effects. That's what we're talking about. That's what screen tone is. They're like just stickers, essentially. There's like a ton of different different types. You can get cloud ones. You can get full background ones. Trees, plants, denim, dope stream. Hey, thanks, bro. What would you recommend paying on the blue Black Dronzer Stadium open box condition? Like $30. You can honestly get it cheaper than that. Try using gray. You'll lose a lot of detail if you do it all black. Yeah, well, I don't want to do it all black. Like, I wouldn't do the hoodie and the pants black. But I don't think it would hurt to do one or the other black. It's like black jeans are fairly common. So are black hoodies. I only say that because I wear a lot of black jeans and a lot of black hoodies. I feel like anytime you're creating a character, like, you inject yourself into them. Like, I feel like a lot of the characters I write are myself at, like, different points in my life. DM me the post. Everyone does them digitally these days, but doing it analog like this has its own charm. Yeah, I mean, I'll do like the screen tone and stuff digitally and like the text and all that stuff, but I don't know. I really like drawing traditionally. It's just like, I don't know, it's chill. It's fun. I like it. But like when I do inevitably scan it in and do like tone, like all of this panel has to have tone somewhere. This panel, this panel. This one I can leave mostly blank except for him because like the background is just not the focus of this panel. It's the character, but like a lot of tone in these two panels and this one probably. Like toning these bushes, like leaving this black in here will create like basically broken up foliage effect. How would you scan it? With a scanner. Scan it with the scanner. Go through Bakuman again. Bakuman's so good. It's one of my favorite series. It's just such a motivating series. Like, even if you're not into drawing, like, it'll just get you motivated to, like, I don't know, do whatever it is that you're into. Just lots of hype, you know. How thorough it is about the whole process of making manga. Yeah, definitely. There's like it's very informative for sure. Like some of the stuff, like the just yeah, like you said, just the process of it all. A lot of people don't realize. Keep up being cool in the drawing flow now. Good night. Have fun drawing. Colored pages are mid. That had the color pages of chapter 1. Manga was made with black and white in mind, so doing anything else would look off. They're talking about like color pages in manga, like in Jump. A lot of times they'll have like color spreads. It's a pretty normal thing. The only reason like manga doesn't have colors because it's like literally printed on like telephone book paper, essentially, keep the cost low. But they do have color pages in them. It's very common. I really like some of the color pages, especially the ones that are like traditionally colored. Like a lot of manga artists still use like Copic markers and stuff. Yeah, and like all of the covers for Jump and stuff are hand drawn most of the time, or hand colored. Well, I say that, but a lot of stuff's going digital. But a lot of manga artists still color traditionally. Like Bakuman is traditionally colored using Copic markers. You can tell. But yeah, dude's art's insane. Takeshi Obata is like definitely one of my favorite artists. His stuff's just absolutely like it's so hyper detailed. Big chunky jump issue to flip through. Yeah, it's a Giga Jump. It's where like a lot of like new manga artists like get published or whatever. It used to be like I think Jump Square or something, but I think that got canceled and now it's Giga Jump. I'm gonna go back over some of these lines that it's the only thing about like plastic erasers is like sometimes they'll pick up some of the ink. I went through a phase where I went through so many different erasers trying to find a good one that didn't smudge crap all over the page. And I ended up just using mono erasers, which are like from Japan. But they're in like every anime ever, but they're honestly the best eraser I've found. They're legitimately like very good erasers. Obata is one of my heroes for sure. Dude's so versatile and talented. His art's just so cool. I love the way he draws hair. Gakukon, the publisher of Korokoro. Komi can communicate with Pokemon. They're Kono or the Beyblade franchise. If anyone in the chat is wondering, alongside TT. I don't think Korokoro is co-owner of the Beyblade franchise. Takara owns the franchise. I think they have publishing rights, but I don't think they're part owner in the franchise. Korokoro has done a ton of stuff. They did new series called I lost it. Shoha Shoten, which has been pretty great. I didn't even know he was working on something new. I'll have to check it out. I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't a big fan of Platinum End. Like I wanted to like it, but just didn't do it for me. Yeah, I wanted to like it. Like, I've tried to watch it a few times. I tried reading it. I was just like, man, this is like just not that good. What do you think of the character design for Platinum Men? The character design. I mean, Takeshi Obata is like a master. His art's amazing. So no complaints with the art. I think Sugumi Oba, the writer, he just dropped it this time. I mean, normally his stuff's great. Like Death Note was amazing. Bakuman was amazing, but Platinum End is just like, I don't know, just didn't do it. Wanted to love it so bad. Me too. Me too. Just didn't do it. Yeah, dude's art's just nuts, man. Is the new series he's working on, is it also written by Sugumi Oba, or is it a different writer this time? I feel like they said Platinum M was going to be like their last joint project or something. But, I mean, you never know. Look at Blink 182. Speaking of which, their new single is like so good. So good. I'm not even like the biggest Blink 182 fan, but that one, it's a good one. About a comedy duo trying to reach the top. like stand-up comedian? That's different. Yeah, I'm sure Beyblade's gonna do well, bro. No doubt. It does well every franchise. Or every gen, rather. I think X has definitely has good reach potential. Although the anime is like quality wise could have been a little bit better. I don't know how much appeal the anime is going to have with adults, unfortunately, at least in the West. The manga, though, is a different story. I think the manga is legitimately good for X. What's up, Osk? Has Bakuman vibes? Definitely need to check it out then. X brought back a lot of MFB boys. Some of them. Some of them. Swift doesn't like it. Swift hates it. Definitely not his cup of tea. I'll add the clock later. That looks mostly fine. It looks mostly fine, I think. I'm gonna add a little bit of hand shading here, just so when I go in and do screen tone, it's not all screen tone. Yeah, he doesn't like X at all. Not even a little. Talk to him about it last night. Yeah, I mean maybe it'll grow on him. Whole lot of pain for the next 7 years. I mean, he didn't like Burst either, so some people just like, you know, kind of stay stuck on their favorite series. He didn't like Burst either. He tried it. Yeah, that's what I said. I think X is good. Yeah, X is fun, man. I mean, I liked Burst at the beginning, but it like, I don't know, it just got boring real quick. At least as far as like the anime and like and stuff goes, that started to bore me fairly quickly. And then like there was just too much power scaling. Like they just kept getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and it was just too much. Definitely the most power scaling of any of the series. Yeah, I think X is better than Burst so far. Definitely. power creep has a fair amount of power scaling. I mean, it's same thing. Power scaling, power creep. They got way bigger, way heavier. Did he say he didn't like X? Yes. Yeah, Swift does not like X. Just got bored thanks to Hasbro, took 1 to 2 year break, and then X was announced immediately, became obsessed again. Yeah, I'm glad that it's popular. Because, I mean, historically, every time that they've introduced a series following a previous one, it, like, hasn't done well. Like, Shogun Steel was a failure, HMS was a failure. That's the wrong lid for the wrong pen. Okay, well, I think that's that page, guys. So, couple errors, couple things that need to be fixed when I scan it in, but I think for now it's fine. Couple little loose lines I'll probably have to go back over as well. But okay, I guess we'll do a little close up maybe. See if I can get this in focus. Configure. So we got our school. Got our school there. We got our guy doing stuff. We got that panel, and we got that one. So I don't know. I think it looks pretty good overall. Don't think Bakugan Shoot is going to be surpassed in popularity. I mean, I think it has a potential. I think, I don't know, it's hard because like the X manga I think is peak in terms of pacing so far. Overall, I think the manga is really good. I think the art's good. I think the plot's good. I think the characters are overall pretty good. Interested to see what they do with Bird. I don't think the X anime is anything like groundbreaking because it's basically just, it looks like Burst, honestly. There's a lot of issues that I have with the animation. not so much that the animator's fault, but really like just probably budget and time constraints. But yeah, this is page 2. How many pages did I even read? Oh, there's another page. This one looks pretty cool. Anime needed a different studio, yeah, honestly. Oh man. This is Kenji. It's my favorite character. He's pretty cool. Needed a different schedule. Yeah. Different schedule, more time, more budget. That's what I think anyway. Yeah, I mean, yeah, that would be sick. Like, there's so much potential, but like, I feel like a lot of the animation is like pretty lazy. Like, I think I've talked about this before. Why, like, I get why they do CG for the Beyblade battles, but like, there are workarounds that they could do to like make things look more interesting. Who's gonna take over for 3D CGI and VFX? I mean, it's not like they do a phenomenal job with CGI and VFX anyway. I mean, there's people on the WBO that model Beyblades. And I'm sure Takara Tomy provides a lot of like 3D models for them to utilize. I doubt they actually modeled the Beyblades themselves. I'm sure it's stuff that like the designers are actually providing for them. They probably texture them, but the actual models themselves are probably provided from the design team. Dang, it's been a long time since I finished a page. Or, well, inked one anyway. But anyway, guys, I think that's where I'm going to cut it. It's like, it's midnight. I'm tired. Got my sleepy time. Kind of a different stream. Usually I'm playing video games or whatever when I stream, but I don't know. I just felt like drawing, so that's what we did. This music has me like falling asleep, bro. This music like so chill. 20 minutes late. How long's the stream been going? 2 hours. 2 hours for it's how long this page took to ink. I could probably do it a little faster, but that's like not even doing the like pencil work or anything. That's just inking. Oh my gosh, finishing this is gonna take so freaking long. But yeah, I hope everybody has a good night. I'm off tomorrow, so I'll probably end up uploading a video tomorrow. Hopefully Leon Claw shows up tomorrow. I'd love to finally be able to test point. But we'll see what happens. Either way, we're gonna get you guys will get a video tomorrow. So anyway, thanks everybody for watching. I'll see you in the next one.